Harold Sibley has driven for Coles Express for nearly 25 years. He has hauled everything from aspirin to zebras the length and breadth of the state of Maine, and he has watched his company and his state grow and change. This is Harold's son, Billy. Billy is 11, and he's a chip off the old block. Billy says when he grows up, he's going to drive for Coles Express, too. You know, judging by the time he spends around here watching and asking questions, it's a pretty good bet he will work for Coles Express someday. He has a lot to learn yet, and a few years to go. But Billy's a smart lad, and he has a head start because his dad knows a thing or two about Coles Express and the state of Maine. The company Harold Sibley works for is an uncommon carrier serving the state of Maine, and the state of Maine is about as uncommon a place as there is. Maine is as big as the rest of New England put together. 21,000 miles of highways that knit the state together and connect Maine with the rest of the nation. But most of all, Maine is her people, a million friendly, hard-working people who in their quiet way are proud of their state, their heritage and traditions, and their ability. The hub of the operation is here at Coles' new terminal in Bangor. From this modern facility, freight is dispatched north, east, south, and west to cities, towns, and villages with names that ring with the Maine character. Every kind and size of freight moves through this terminal in the course of a day, bound not only for Maine customers, but for the rest of the United States as well. The company's other main terminals at Portland, Holton, Presque Isle, and Fort Kent, in addition to Coles' interstate facility in Boston, are linked by telephone Watts lines and/or two-way radio. Billing, traffic recording, and dispatching are handled at all terminals to keep freight moving swiftly from shipper to customer. Slicing up through Maine for nearly 300 miles is Interstate Route 95. From the New Hampshire border, 50 miles south of Coles' Portland terminal, this modern highway runs northeast through the state, piercing her forests, spanning her shining rivers, following the contours of her land, but always edging close to her centers of commerce and industry, until it reaches the town of Holton on the Canadian border. To the tourist, Route 95 is a comfortable means of enjoying the beauties of northern New England. To the truck driver, Route 95 is a fast, safe highway cutting through the center of the state and linking 600 communities served by Coles Express. For while many cities and towns are not fed directly by Route 95, good roads crisscrossing the state provide quick access to them from Maine's primary travel artery. This modern highway system allows Coles to run the 420 miles between Boston and Presque Isle in 8 hours. But it is Maine people, the foods they grow and process, the fish they harvest from the sea, the goods and services they produce for the nation, and well, the way Maine people are that make the men who drive for Coles Express proud to live in and serve their home state. Now, a man would be a fool to claim that every working day is pure pleasure. Wheeling a 35-ton rig on a tight schedule in all kinds of weather is tough work. But Harold Sibley and 300 other men who drive for Coles Express deal with good people in a pretty nice part of the world, and that's a hard combination to beat. The state of Maine lives by producing for the nation. Paper and paper products, textiles, machinery, furniture, shoes, potatoes, lobster, fish, and fish products, work and pleasure boats, and, well, you get the idea. But the best products in the world do no one any good until they are moved to market. Harold Sibley and Coles Express move them with 400 trucks tailored to handle a carton of medicine, a 2-ton roll of paper, a load of frozen French fries, and 1,000 things in between. Modern terminals and repair shops. Experienced management to coordinate the operation. Coles Express is equipped to meet the challenge. Trucks alone serve 85% of Maine's communities, and Coles Express, with statewide interstate authority, is the only carrier serving more than 100 of these Maine communities, which means that Coles Express serves not only the industrial customer, but the farmer, the fisherman, the storekeeper, and the housewife who lives on a country road and wants a parrot delivered with tender, loving care. Paper. Nearly 100,000 tons annually from the mills at Madawaska, Woodland, and Millinocket are shipped by truck to the printing presses of the nation. And when the trucks return, they bring food, clothing, fuel, everything that the people of these communities need to live in comfort.
The type of business that I operate is wholly dependent upon the trucking industry because the distances would be too great, the expense would be too great, so therefore I could not own and operate my own trucks to go to my suppliers throughout the United States.
We build work and pleasure boats like this 36-foot sport cruiser in here. We get everything by truck. Our lumber, all of our oak, cedar, all of our hardware for boats, engines, all marine supplies, everything that is due to a boat we could get by truck. Either that or we have to go and get it.
I'm a penny contractor. I live in Frenchville, Maine. Up here in the northern part of Maine, we do depend on all trucks like Coles Express to bring in our material.
Fair weather and foul, Harold Sibley and 300 men like him who drive for Coles Express deliver the goods to the people of the state of Maine, to the rest of the nation, from the people of the state of Maine, with speed and care and enthusiasm. Proud? Of course he is. Proud of his skill and experience. Proud enough of the company he works for to own stock in it. Mr. Galen Cole, the president of Coles Express.
And Coles Express is proud that it has men like Harold Sibley. Someday, we'll take similar pride in having Harold's son join our company. Harold Sibley and his co-workers carry on the tradition of service that my father, Allie Cole, began with a horse and wagon more than 50 years ago. That's a picture of Allie Cole when he was Billy's age, and he must have had the same enthusiasm that Billy has. In fact, my dad got his start in the trucking business when he wasn't much older than Billy. I think Coles Express and the state of Maine will be in good hands for a long time to come.